And no, hey everybody, it's been a while once again, but we're gonna finish Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story pretty soon, because we are near the end.
Woo!
So, joining me today is...
Higsby, hello.
Alright, so for those of you who haven't seen the episodes in a while and aren't watching like in the playlist after the fact, you may remember last time this weird formation of the Dark Star that looked like Bowser happened to kind of sort of exit the castle due south. Now that's actually where we're supposed to go, but before we go due south, we have actually entered into an interesting part of the game where we can actually enter the throne room and everything else, kind of in this beginning area of Peach's castle. It's pretty cool. So these rooms here, first things first, is if you're really observant, and you'll definitely notice it in this room, it looks awfully familiar. This is exactly where the that meeting happened in the beginning of the game. Except it's kind of ruined. Fawful didn't even bother putting it together the conference room. He doesn't have conferences with himself or Midbus, I guess.
Mario RPG.
It's just...
Sorry.
I'll let you go.
I was gonna say Mario RPGs are good at doing that, where you go somewhere at the beginning of the game and then you end up somewhere else, but then at the end of the game you end up back where you started, kind of like Paper Mario 1, where you end up back at Peach's castle. So this is kind of like a bootleg of that.
Oh yeah, it is. Which, speaking of things, I just accidentally didn't knock over the shortcut there, so I kind of needed to do a lap around and knock that shortcut over. The other thing I want to comment, and I may have commented about this in the very first Mario or video in this series, is that the center courtyard there with the Peach statue, its architecture, its room layout is really similar to kind of the Toad Town layout actually in Superstar Saga. It's awfully similar if you actually compare them like on top of each other. Just an interesting side tidbit. But now that this area is unlocked, while there isn't too terribly much for us to do here with Bowser, you should notice like there's a bunch of stuff like here that we could potentially get with Mario and Luigi. But that said, I kind of want to get that block up there, and well, the only way to get up there is this little clay mold on this one pillar over here. Oh, come on, get up on it. There we go. Oh, oops. Try that again. There we go, and that gets a Special Phanes X. Pretty end game we are right now. Let's see what Special Phanes X does for us. Special Phanes X raises maximum SP by 40%. I've been given a lot of SP beans to Bowser, and that is an absolutely humongous increase in SP. And the thing is, it's worth pointing out that like the best syrups in this game heal like 60 SP. So if I actually wanted to make use out of that SP and then recover it, I would probably be in my interest to start using the star candies, because those actually heal SP to maximum. But with that said, as I mentioned, there's actually goodies for us to pick up here with Mario and Luigi, which is funny. Our next destination is literally outside the front door with Bowser, but Mario and Luigi just walk in front of the front door and nothing's there. Sequence, everybody.
Yep.
So anyway, we gotta jump up here and do a couple of spin jumps over to the side, and that'll let us get into these side rooms here. It honestly, this whole area feels like this big gigantic Lego layout, but there's this one pipe here that's just spewing out water. Broken plumbing, obviously a job for the plumbers, and a couple of goodies for us in here.
You think when Bowser or anybody attacks Peach's castle, Mario and Luigi go like, yes, this is gonna mean big business after this adventure.
They partake in all of the castle renovations, especially the plumbing. Yay, new business! We get to install the latest toilets and everything in sinks and, well, everything else you would install into a bathroom.
Yeah.
Toilets, sinks, urinals, stalls.
So yeah, it's throwing all this money at you in the end game, but it's like, we don't have anything left to buy.
Yeah, since I got the A-OK wares, my need for money is pretty low at the moment. I suppose I could buy like mushrooms and syrups.
It just won't stop throwing it at you.
I don't really need more mushrooms and syrups per se. I've got a good number of them. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and take care of that fireplace because, well, we saw the water shoot over here, and very clearly we need to get some of that water over to the fireplace. All right, here we go. Is there anything else I'm missing here? Doesn't look like it. There's a lot of beans in this area, so kind of as a side area. Hey, look, you kind of have to go out of your way to go here. Let's put all the beans here. There we go. All the good secrets are hidden behind the fireplace.
Always.
There we go. We actually have kind of like a wall to climb here. Behind the fireplace is a wall to climb. Probably filled with a whole bunch of soot and grime, and probably is. It looks okay here, but it actually is probably really nasty.
It's the weirdest chimney ever.
Use all of our tricks here, and that gets us a D-star wear. This is actually a wear that I happened to get in the last boss battle. I completely missed it. You might look at those and think, wow, cruddy stats, except the D-star wear is basically class cannon wear. It is the most offensive increase of wear in the game. In return, it doesn't increase anything else. It increases offense. So if I wanted to make Mario much more of a class cannon, I could, but I'd be losing on the huge defensive bonus that the AOK wear is giving me right now, and I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of like the overall buffs AOK wear gives over just going absolute raw offense with Mario, even though I could.
I've always loved offense over defense, so that sounds like something I would probably do.
You'd go all out offense and just be like, you know what, screw my pants giving me armor. I want more offense.
Yes.
So that is like the main D-star where you can get in the game, but you can also get one as a drop off of the Dark Star boss battle that we got last time, but it's a drop and it's a random drop, and I happened to get it and I didn't even notice it, so I could actually put one on Mario and Luigi now.
Super OP!
Sure, we'll go with it. Okay, so unfortunately, Monsieur Block has nothing new to sell us, and once again, his best shell is kind of not really worth much of anything. So, but we could take a look here. Do you have anything worthwhile, at least in terms of items? Sure. No. Don't buy anything. You're not worth anything. Now we're gonna go out the front door, and this continues the sequence in the game. So yeah, theoretically, Fawful was literally just waiting on top of the castle. Probably just saw Mario and Luigi walk in the castle and be like, no, I'm not doing anything with those brothers. Okay, I thought this castle's gone through enough renovations. You didn't think it went through enough renovations? Well, guess what?
Man, this castle gets a huge beating. I mean, first the shrooms, and now this.
Fawful has the budget for anything. Holy cow. Let's turn the castle into a final dungeon and a giant robot. Giant robot that looks absolutely terrifying, by the way.
We have to fight the castle.
Fawful, if you were paying attention, maybe you could have handled the situation a bit better. Haven't you seen what happens to Bowser in these situations? I sigh. I suppose we have to go back into the Rump Command and do another one of these shoot-'em-up minigames.
You never have too many shoot-'em-up minigames.
Anyway, the shoot-'em-up games don't change too terribly much. However, it is worth noting that they do progressively get more difficult, so naturally this one is actually the most difficult of them all. So you can see it just comes right out of the bat, and it has a lot of stuff. Oh gosh, I got hit already. Wow, that was terrible of me. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, I suppose I should explain that if you actually do get hit 3 times, you get sent back to the beginning and have to start over. And of course, you lose all those coins you get with all those.
I was going to say, being sent back, finally an incentive worthwhile, because we don't exactly care about losing money at this point.
Getting hit and losing a little bit of money, I don't know exactly if that is the best incentive to... Holy cow, wow. That one got me by surprise, because normally, you know, Luigi's on the left and Mario's on the right, and it was the exact opposite in that formation, actually. And I can't switch and swap Mario and Luigi here. They're kind of stuck side by side next to each other. Anyway, let's see if I can manage to finish this little ball of energy off. I find if you just mash both A and B as fast as you possibly can and stay on top of them, you pretty much can take care of anything, and if he shoots any sparks at you, you usually just kind of shoot them out naturally. So, that's convenient. We've taken care of business.
Nicely done.
So Higsby, how many like big gigantic monster versus big gigantic monster in a city movies have you seen?
Not too many. I'm not. That's not my favorite, really. I guess genre, the monster movie.
The big gigantic. That's essentially what this battle ends up coming down to. It is big gigantic monster Bowser versus big gigantic monster Peach's Castle, the robotic Peach's Castle.
That sounds good.
All right, so we're going to be introduced to this gigantic Bowser's main gimmick here. So as you can see, Peach's Castle has just shot off some fireworks. They look really dark fireworks. Well, they're very terrible fireworks, actually. They're black holes.
Ooh.
So let's go ahead and deal with this ugly mug. So the black holes kind of play a role in this battle here. It's not exactly shown here, but there's actually a black hole behind both Bowser and behind the castle, and your goal is to knock him into his black hole before you get knocked into your black hole.
I thought that's what was probably going to go on here. Reminds me a lot of the first boss of Donkey Kong Country 3. That giant barrel guy where you want to push him back before he pushes you off the edge.
Oh yeah, so this is a like match of, let's see here, what's a good analogy where you have to knock your opponent off the ledge before you get knocked off the ledge? Smash Brothers?
Blow them into the stratosphere.
Sure, we'll go with that. But here we go. We got a ton of these little robots, and I actually will admit, since I am playing this on Desmume, I'm supposed to have my microphone set up for that attack, but I didn't, so I just did a pathetic fire attack. It's not going to make a difference in this battle specifically, thankfully, but just as an FYI. If you play on an emulator like me, you want to have your microphone set up.
Darn Nintendo, all these crazy features like touchscreens, and whoa, you got hit right into that.
Yeah, this boss has a couple of attacks that are straight unavoidable, actually. So,
no hit runs of this boss.
Unfortunately, you could do a no getting hit by anything that's not mandatory run, but you're guaranteed to get hit sometimes in this battle, unfortunately. There we go.
There we go. So what are we trying to do? The health bar or push him back? Or like whichever one happens first?
Health bar. If our health bar gets depleted all the way, there's actually a special animation for it. Bowser literally gets sucked into the black hole and then it goes retry? Yes or no? It looks kind of gruesome. But ultimately, once we get to this phase, Peach's, I should say, Super Peach's Castle, Castle of Fury. Name of the boss, by the way, Super Peach's Castle, Castle of Fury. This phase, he has a shield protecting him right now, so we kind of want to get him into the black hole. And I hope you're good with your touchscreen minigames.
Yeah, this must not be fun with the mouse.
No, I got a cramp. I played this boss. I can tell you that. This is not made for the mouse. If you've ever played WarioWare Touch, though, and got good at those minigames, you're pretty much all set to play this game. There we go. That was almost late, actually. So, but that's how we get our damage in here, is we gotta knock this guy back. And back into the black hole. We gotta do that a couple of times. And thankfully the black hole like animation happens for him at this point instead of Bowser. I actually don't know what dictates that actually, because I don't know if it's just this phase, it's just him, or if it's sometimes him, sometimes Bowser. Anyway, let's go ahead and knock these guys back out of the way. There we go. That was actually really easy, all things considered. There we go. Knock him back again. There we go. Alright, we've seen this attack already. Bam! So you can imagine this can kind of take a while, but thankfully, is this the part where it happens? No. At some point in the battle, the black holes close together to where basically one hit will either drive yourself, Bowser, or Super Peach's Castle, Castle of Fury into a black hole.
Really? That's interesting, though.
So it gets a bit more epic later on. Oh boy, big gigantic bullet bills. Those look dastardly and evil, and
That was interesting. There's those bullet bills. They didn't have eyes. Because usually bullet bills, they look all. I mean, they're not friendly, but they don't look that intimidating. That's one of the very few instances I can think of in the Mario series where it's like literally just a bullet, and not a bullet bill.
Okay. I don't know what to say. I guess you're right. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have like cannons and like say Mario 3 airships where it's like you have the little
cannonballs
that
are
don't have
common.
eyes. Cannonballs, yeah. But the actual like bullets. I know I've played some Mario ROM hacks that didn't give the bullets any expression. Oh man, that reminded me of Mario Gives Up 2 where they had like the super duper fast bullets. Oh man. So yeah, Fawful had all the money to turn Peach's Castle into this monstrosity, and like you're not gonna just get 120 power stars to make something like this. It just doesn't work like that. This attack's relatively easy to dodge. You just have to get out of the way in time and not get hit by the spikes, but it is an attack to definitely keep your eyes on. Oh boy. I'm looking at these spin circles, and like you're playing the game on a DS or a 3DS, not too bad. With a mouse, cramp.
Yep.
You ever try doing a circle motion with a mouse? It's not comfortable.
I've tried doing like a circle in Microsoft Paint before, and it looks more like a rectangle. But that's about it.
Good luck drawing something close to a circle. Oh, by the way, Peach's Castle, when you get down on health, will turn invisible while flying towards you, which, well, doesn't matter too much to me, actually. And thankfully now the battle's going to go a little bit faster because the black holes are closer to each other, so... But, yeah. It hurts my hands. I know it says spin a circle, but I can guarantee you whatever I'm drawing probably more closely represents something that doesn't look like a circle, like what you were describing, a rectangle, probably. Darn it, that last little Fawful robot got me.
You've got this.
Oh yeah. That health bar is really small. And yet somehow we're the one that's finished.
Well, you have to imagine that Fawful wouldn't be able to see the health bar, so he wouldn't actually know. He might think that Bowser has like none left.
Maybe. Anyway, to the final phase of this battle, where basically you have to attack Super Peach's Castle, Castle of Fury, while the spikes aren't out, and before, well, your health depletes in the black hole. If you are low in health when you enter this phase, good luck. You might actually literally die before you can complete it.
Huh.
So, yeah, you may want to have some health before you knock his health down really low, just to be able to survive that phase. Once again, mandatory damage. I actually didn't get a level up off of that battle. Wow.
7,500 experience, no level.
Getting up there in levels. I'm almost to level 30. Down goes Bowser. Now the game did show like all the commotions towards the going, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, giant Bowser, giant castle," and that's all it really showed. Actually, I kind of wish it would have emphasized that part more. It would have been more entertaining. But that giant boss battle, Bowser boss battle, is like the last one and the toughest. And well, it really isn't actually that tough because usually the giant Bowser boss battles, well, they are all kind of mini games, except for the train. The train sucks. You remember the train?
I've seen it.
Stupid train.
Stupid train.
All right, Sarlo has some key advice for us. Ding, ding, ding. There's probably a trope on it, a TV trope for exactly what that is. That's Star Wars saying, "Hey, get prepared, idiot. Final boss is coming up." Even though actually the final boss isn't coming up. We're going to be seeing the final boss on the next part, not this part. So, but we are going to see another boss battle this part. I hope you're looking forward to that.
I am. This game actually has quite a few bosses in its final dungeon.
Yeah, no joke. The whole final area, final dungeon is huge. As you could tell by how long it's been part-wise, and well, I hope how long it's been taking me hasn't made it felt like forever either.
No, it's actually been interesting. I mean, there's secrets and lots of things to see, so it's been good.